Great educators, how are we doing? Okay, now let's study English language. And our topic is going to be verbs. Our topic is verbs, expressing present actions. First up, what is verb? You already know what verb is. A verb is an action word or a doing word. A verb is an action word. Okay, let me just write it. A verb is an action word or a doing word. Good. This is what verb is, and you already know it. A verb is an action word or a doing word. Anything that requires an action, any action or activity you're doing that makes you exert energy on, it's a verb. Okay, now verbs are those words in the sentences that describes an action. It gives a description of an action, what you're doing anytime you're exerting energy or using strength to do. For example, you're dancing, singing, playing, crying, sleeping, eating. All these are examples of verbs, and you already know verb. Now, expressing present actions. How do we express present action? Since action is involved, it means verb is also involved. Where there's an action, there is a verb. When there's an action, there is a word, there is a verb. How do we express present action? First off, present actions refers to immediate actions. Present actions refers to immediate action. This means anything that is happening now, whatever you're doing now, anything that you want to do now, any action that is taking place now, presently, is called what? Is referred to as present actions. Present action refers to immediate action. Those are actions that is taking place at a particular time, at a present time. Okay, now let's consider some examples. Let's see some sentences that describes present action. For example, she wants a drink. She wants a drink. She wants a drink. She is a pronoun, first person pronoun. When I'm going to teach you pronoun, I'll be talking more on first person, second person, and third person pronoun. But she is not a verb. Now, wants, this is an auxiliary verb. Okay, now this wants describes the action, a drink. To drink is also a verb. Okay, to drink is a verb, it's an action. When you're taking a liquid into your body, that means to drink. Now, want, this want is an auxiliary verb that describes the actions. She. It is telling us that a particular person, even if we don't know the person, a particular person wants a drink. She wants a drink. That means that person wants to drink at that time. Another example, let me say, he needs the food. Okay, let me use somebody's name now. Let's say, I love using Enen, one of my students. Enen needs a drink because he likes drinking water a lot. Okay, I'll say Enen needs food. Okay, let me say Enen needs the food. Enen needs the food. There are two wonderful nouns here now, Enen and food. But we are not talking about now, we are talking about verb and how to express present action. Enen needs the food. Needs is a verb. It is telling us that at that particular time, Enen is hungry and he needs to eat. If he needs to eat something, he needs to eat a food at that time. Enen needs the food. This needs now is helping us to express what Enen wants to do at that time. That means Enen wants to eat. He needs the food. Another wonderful example are Peter. I'm using another person's name now. Peter lives in China. Now, the verb lives describes the present action. It describes the immediate action. It is telling us that Peter lives in China. Okay, that China is where Peter lives. China is the location where we can find Peter. Peter lives in China. Lives, needs, wants, all these verbs, all these auxiliary verbs helps us to express present action. It's telling us what the person is, where the person is, what the person does at that time. Peter lives in China. So if you go to China tomorrow, that's where Peter stays. If you go to China come 2021, that is where Peter stays. Peter lives in China. Another wonderful example. Let me say, okay, let me use my name now. Ruth will be at the mall by noon. Okay. Ruth will be at the mall by noon. I'm gonna be at the mall by noon. So if you come to the mall, which is a noun, by noon, where it's like a supermarket, if you come to the mall by noon and you're gonna see me, or if you're expecting me to be there in the morning, I'm not going to be there. If you're expecting me to be at the mall in the evening, I'm not going to be there. But if you come to the mall at noon, you're going to see me. Now the verb here is what? Is will. Ruth will be at the mall by noon. This will is telling you that come noon, that particular day, come noon, I'm going to be present at the mall by noon. The will is helping us to describe the action. It's trying to describe by action where I'll be going by noon. So Ruth will be at the mall by noon. Will now is helping us to describe what? The present action. There are so many examples, like Ikechi loves to eat mushrooms. I will sleep by 12 a.m. Okay, there are so many examples. So now you're going to be giving me at least 5 examples stating the present action, stating the verb that describe present actions. All these auxiliary verbs now helps us to describe present word actions. Like I said, a verb is an action word which you know, or a doing word. Now anything, whatever is happening in a sentence, verb helps us to describe actions, to describe energy, it helps us to describe or tells us what a noun, how a noun is functioning in a sentence. Like look at these few examples I gave. She wants a drink. Now if you go to the party, or maybe at a school function, you know, and then your sister is sitting down there, and then a waiter walks up to you and asks you, oh, do you want a drink? You can say no. She, maybe the female sitting by your side, wants a drink. You're explaining to the waiter that somebody by your side needs a drink at that time. She needs liquid. She needs the food, or Enen needs the food. It's telling us that Enen needs to eat at that time. He needs food at that time. He is hungry. He's very, very what? Hungry. He needs to eat at that time. Peter lives in China. This is describing the action of Peter and where he stays, where we can locate Peter. Lives in China. If I decide to close this lid now, our sentence will not be correct. Peter in China. Peter in China. Now it's not a correct sentence. In fact, it's not a complete sentence. Peter in China, somebody will not understand. But when I say Peter lives in China, I'm telling that, oh, if you go to China, that's where you can locate Peter. Now Ruth will be at the mall by noon. It's trying to describe an action of a wonderful noun like myself, Ruth, where I'll be going to by noon. So I'm not going to be at the mall in the morning, but I'm going to go there by noon. So this is how verb helps us to express present action, actions that are going to take place at a particular time, at a given time, at a present time, an immediate action that's going to take place now. Okay, so this is how verb expresses present action. Please read your book, continue reading it again, and let it get into your head, because I'll be dropping a lot of exercises and assignments for you to do for me. All right, have a great day. Bye.